Okay, so picture this. You take one single, humble mineral, one you've probably never thought much about, and use it to completely reshape a nation's entire future. Well, that is the massive idea we're digging into today, South Africa's incredibly ambitious and visionary plan for manganese. And this quote right here gets to the very heart of this new vision. You've got to forget manganese as just some boring ingredient for steel. The big shift here is seeing it as a triple threat. It's a battery for our energy future, it's a fertilizer to help feed the world, and it's even a tool to help heal the environment. And that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing to have a valuable resource, but it's a whole other ballgame to build a smart national strategy around it. The answer, as we'll see, lies in a really comprehensive, multi-part plan that's designed to capture every single ounce of its potential. This slide just perfectly captures that shift in mindset. On the left, you've got the old story for so many resource-rich countries. Dig it up, ship it out raw, and then watch as the real value and all the jobs get created somewhere else. The new vision completely flips that script. Process it at home, keep the wealth inside the country, and turn what could be an environmental liability into a real national asset. So, let's dive into the first major piece of this plan, actually building the economic engine. This is where the real transformation starts. It's all about moving beyond simply exporting raw ore and instead building the entire industrial chain, from the mine all the way to high-tech finished products, and doing it all right there in South Africa. The core idea here is to create an integrated industrial cluster. It all kicks off with refining the raw ore locally. Then, from there, that refined material splits into two incredibly valuable streams, one producing the high-purity manganese needed for the global battery boom, and the other creating vital inputs for fertilizers. And finally, a modern logistics network gets these high-value products out to the world market. And what's really brilliant about this is that it's not just for giant corporations. Nope, it's designed to spark a whole ecosystem of smaller businesses. So think of local companies that specialize in processing industrial byproducts, like slag, that stony waste from smelting, or new firms that pop up to assemble battery packs and blend custom fertilizers. It's about spreading that economic opportunity far and wide. Okay, so where does all this new wealth actually go? That's where the sovereign fund becomes absolutely critical. You can think of it like a national savings account, collecting profits from all these new industries. This makes sure the benefits are invested back into the country for things like schools, hospitals, and infrastructure, instead of just enriching a handful of companies. Of course, a powerful economic engine like this doesn't just run on its own, it needs fuel. And that brings us to the second part of the strategy, the support systems. These are the crucial elements, everything from research to education to infrastructure, that are going to power this entire vision and make it sustainable for the long haul. You see, to stay on the cutting edge, innovation is completely non-negotiable. And that's the job of a dedicated research hub. It's going to laser focus on perfecting battery-grade manganese, inventing new ways to recover value from industrial waste, and pioneering new techniques for ecological restoration. And of course, you can't build advanced industries without brilliant people. It's just not possible. That's why the plan calls for a major investment in human capital, creating specialized schools to train the next generation of metallurgists, battery technicians, and chemists. So this isn't just about building factories, it's about building careers and deep expertise. And all these moving parts, well, they have to be connected. We're talking about a massive upgrade to rail and ports to handle these new products, dedicated energy corridors to power all the refineries, and even using advanced data analysis, what they call predictive modeling, to forecast global demand and just keep the whole system running smoothly. Now, this part is so crucial. Unlike so many industrial projects where the environment is kind of an afterthought, this strategy is designed to be green from the very beginning. The plan explicitly includes ways to recycle industrial byproducts, reuse mining waste, and adopt cleaner refining techniques to really minimize the ecological footprint. Okay, so we've built the economic engine, and we've put the support systems in place. Now we get to the final piece, the global payoff. This is where we see how a smart national strategy for one single mineral can translate into real power and real influence on the international stage. And this is where the strategy really pays off on the world stage. See, when you control a key ingredient for the future of both energy and agriculture, you gain some serious diplomatic leverage. This allows South Africa to forge powerful battery partnerships within the BRICS alliance, lead new agricultural projects across Africa, and become a truly essential player in the global energy transition. I mean, when you put it all together, the sheer scale of this vision is just staggering. It's about creating a battery corridor that could power the entire African continent, using its own advanced steel to build the smart cities of the future, and leveraging its fertilizer production to become a leader in food security. This isn't just about being a supplier, it's about being a continental leader. So, to bring it all home, this entire strategy is about a fundamental transformation. It's about turning manganese from just a rock you dig out of the ground into a powerful strategic tool to shape the nation's future in energy, in agriculture, and in environmental stewardship. And this really just captures the global importance of it all. In a world that is becoming more and more dependent on batteries, supply chain resilience is everything. This strategy positions South Africa not just as a supplier, but as a critical gatekeeper to a stable energy future for everyone. And so, we're left with this really powerful question. Can a single element truly redefine a nation's destiny? Well, by treating manganese not as a simple commodity, but as the heart of a complex system, South Africa is making a very bold bet that the answer is yes. It's a fascinating plan that could truly become a blueprint for any nation looking to turn its natural wealth into a much brighter future.